So the next participant in the challenge is Floyd Thomas. Floyd Thomas is from Grenada, and he was tied for first runner-up in the Caribbean Entrepreneurship Challenge. And we're going to go ahead and we have Floyd here with us in the room, so we're going to go ahead and show his presentation, and he's going to walk through it and share about his project. So Floyd, take it away. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Floyd Thomas, and I'm from the beautiful Spice Island of Grenada. The name of my business is called the Soursop Eden, which is geared towards the mass cultivation of soursop in Grenada for sale locally, regionally, and internationally. Just let me give you some insights about soursop. Soursop is a plant, a fruit tree that is native to the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. The soursop leaves, the seeds, the fruits, they have many uses. For instance, the leaves can be used to make tea, which can help or aid with sleeping problems. The seeds can be ground and made into insect repellents that can ward away or keep away insects such as bed bugs and lice. The fruit, the pulp is very sweet. The juice is very high in vitamin C as well. The problem I'm solving is reducing unemployment and poverty by employing the people in rural Grenada. My tagline is wholesome food at its best. The team, you have myself, I'm the leader, responsible for managing the team. Next, you have Mr. Kishtan Frame, who is a techie, responsible for all IT work. Then we have Ms. Colleen Stanislas, she's a marketer. She's responsible for seeking and promoting the business value. And finally, we have Ms. Wendy Rupin. She's the designer, responsible for branding soursop-related products and adding value to them, and the business on a whole. Business model. I will be cultivating 15,000 soursop plants on 50 acres of land, producing 100% organic soursop fruit. These fruits will be sold to Summer Limited, which is a fruit processing company, and the Marketing National Importing Board, a government agency that purchases local food for export. Also, I'll be selling to Andals and Calico. They are supermarkets and restaurant chains. After 3 years from the first yield, plant yield will be expected to increase approximately 10 times. The current status of the business: presently 120 plants are cultivated. Still, I'm negotiating for 50 acres of land for a 25-year lease for mass cultivation. My customers are the Marketing National and Importing Board. Like I said earlier on, is a government agency that buy local products for exporting regionally and internationally. Summer Limited is a juice processing factory. Summer Limited is committed to purchasing the majority of fruits produced by my business. A letter of commitment was attained. Andals and Calico, they are prominent supermarkets and restaurant chains. My key support is the Prime Minister and Government of Grenada. There you have my customer profile. There you have some pictures to give you an idea of who they are. We have the logo of the MNIB, National and Importing Board, Grenada. There you have a picture to the immediate right of the juice factory, Summer Limited, and then you have a picture of the restaurant and supermarket chains, Calicos and Andals. Key value proposition. My competitive pricing due to mass production. My price is $1.12 versus my competitor's price $1.40. There is approximately about a 28 cents difference. You know, in business, every penny counts. My price per unit is $3 to $6.70. My competitor's price per unit is $3.70 to $7.50. The fruit trees will be organically grown to gain healthier products and add to longer shelf life, as well as better taste, size, look, and plant yield. One of the contributing factors will be the fertile soil in Grenada. Finally, my youth and my wealth of knowledge will also be a key contributing factor. Presently, I'm 20 years younger than the average farmer in Grenada. Also, I'm certified and awarded in agribusiness in Grenada in the year 2014. And also, I'm certified from China in the area of rural development and poverty reduction for developing countries. Marketing opportunity. Presently, there is an 80% increase in demand for source-up products and source-up related products in the United States of America. Also, in England, presently, it will cost you approximately £8 for a glass of source-up juice. Business model canvas updated. Let me just touch on my customer relationship for a bit. Incentives will be given to customers who purchase in large quantities seasonally, especially around the times of Christmas and Easter. My revenue model. Cost per pound, like I said earlier, is $1.12. The average cost per unit is $5.61 per fruit. In the first year, approximately $58,000 will be made from buying and selling source-up and cultivating short-term crops such as pumpkin and corn. In the second year, approximately $65,000 will be made from the buying and selling of source-up and cultivating short-term crops such as pumpkin and corn. In the third year, which will be the first year of production from the source-up trees, approximately $1.3 million will be made. 12 fruits per tree, a total of 300 fruits. In the fourth year, approximately $5 million will be made. We'll have a yield increase of about 60 fruit per tree, a total of 900,000 fruits. And finally, in the fifth year, we'll made up approximately $10 million. We'll also have an increase in fruit yield, about 130 fruit per tree, a total of 1.9 million fruit yearly at the end of that year, the fifth year. After 5 years, the trees will be fully mature, producing a total of 170 to 200 fruit per tree yearly thereafter. My growth and sustainability plan, I have a few short-term goals. First off, I'll be pursuing financial opportunities, whether it be private investor or the government, while continuing studies in agriculture to increase plant yield and quality. Also, I will be buying and reselling source-up to generate revenue for the first 2 years. Cultivating short-term crops such as pumpkin and corn to generate revenue as well within that first 2 years. And I have as well 2 long-term goals. I would undertake training in the area of food processing, eventually establishing a factory to produce byproducts. Lessons learned. I've learned so many, just to name a few. I've learned how to identify and know my potential customers, the importance of marketing and how it's done. Also, how to prepare my pitch and what is expected of me by my potential investors, and the importance and value of teamwork. Finally, the importance of research and planning as it relates to every key component of the business. Pivot points. Narrowed my production line in the initial stage of the challenge. I wanted to cultivate approximately 350 acres of land, but with guidance and advised by my mentor, it was reduced to 50 acres. I'm also focusing on my own production instead of assisting farmers, which would benefit me more directly. And finally, the production goal was scaled down from 350 acres to 50 acres of land so that it would be more manageable. Here we have the end of my presentation. I thank you.
All right, thank you, Floyd. A very impressive project. One of the questions that has come in is around distribution. So you're production increase year over year based on the ability of your trees to produce a lot more and more mature fruit rises pretty rapidly. How do you think you're going to be able to keep up with that in terms of production and or distribution of the fruit to ensure that it is doesn't spoil in transit or anything like that in terms of getting to your market?
First of all, let me state that Grenada is a very small island with approximately 100,000 people. It's about 21 miles long by 12 miles wide, so it's relatively small. One of my major customers is approximately 6 miles away from where the plantation of the sauce-ups will be located. So it is within close proximity. Also, one of my customers, like the Marketing National Imported Board, they have the necessary facilities and storage and equipment to house and facilitate the products, ensuring that they are not spoiled or ensuring that they are fresh for delivery elsewhere, to say on export to regional or international countries.
Okay, great. We have a question that's come in from Grenada. The information presented appears to target the U.S. and UK in terms of your economic costs. Have alternate markets been sought throughout the Caribbean?
I'm looking at Trinidad and Tobago, for instance. It's a country that it has a large population as it relates to the other islands, and also it's very large. It has large industries as well. So I'm looking at Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, they produce a lot of byproducts. They also buy a lot of food products from Grenada, and it's in close proximity, from one island from the other to the other.
Also, given that the product is high in vitamin C and is said to be an insect repellent, have you been doing any product development or sampling to determine how to use these as byproducts?
Presently, it's just taking it one step at a time, step by step. Eventually, we will get there. Like I said in the presentation earlier, that I have intentions of establishing a factory. And with establishing a factory, we'll also consider doing research. And yes, that will be considered and that will be done. But like I say, it's just taking it one step at a time. Presently, I'm just concentrating on growing the trees and getting the fruits out there. Soursop is a tree. It will take time, to grow and develop and mature. So I'm just focusing on one thing right now, not trying to bite off more than I can chew.
In terms of job growth, how do you see creating jobs for people to support you in this effort over the next 5 years? What will those jobs be, and how will you recruit those people?
Those jobs will be in various areas of the business, but most of it will be in field labor. I will target definitely the young people of Grenada, which is in abundance. I believe that we have a very good human resource that I can tap into. They are willing, they are very vibrant, they are determined, and I can see that everyone in Grenada has at least, average knowledge about agriculture. So that would be an incentive to the business. And also, in terms of job creation, I think, the Source of Eden, I believe the Source of Eden will definitely improve the rate of employment in Grenada. As I said, it's mass cultivating of source of plants, and in mass cultivating, I believe that a lot of new jobs will be created, but more so in the field.
Okay, great. We have another question that's come in, which is really asking about the customer research that you've done, both domestically and also in the overseas market. So just talk a little bit about your customer research that you've done.
My custom. Can you just go over that again for me, please?
Yeah, sure. So during the course of the internship, one of the things that we encouraged everyone to do was to speak directly to their customers.
Yes.
So the question really is around what customer research did you do, who did you speak to, and were you able to speak to potential customers overseas?
Okay. I've spoken to people from various walks of life, basically. Overseas, no. I haven't spoken to anyone overseas, but I have spoken to major persons who are in the, or I should say, companies who purchase local products, like the Marketing and National Importing Board, for instance. They purchase locally and extend their arms regionally, internationally as well. Some are limited. It's a prominent local company that buy about 6 local fruits for processing, for shipping abroad, regionally and internationally. And from speaking to the owner, the manager of that company, he said to me that there is a very high demand for soursop products, or soursop related products, especially in England and the US presently, that he cannot keep up with demand. And 50 acres of land, he's willing and he's able and he would have the means and the capacity to undertake or to purchase and make byproducts to ship overseas to supply these markets.
Okay, great. Really interesting answer. Do you have one final question, Mary? Floyd. Okay, great.
Not at this time.
Okay, great. So thank you, Floyd. That was fantastic. Really interesting presentation and a lot of really great information about your business. And if people are interested in learning more about your business or speaking with you, can you let them know how to get in touch with you?
My email address is TT, as in Thomas, double T, Floyd26@gmail.com.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right, everybody, hold on one moment, and we're going to switch over to the next presenter.